As a horn player, it's easy to think that Mahler 2 is all about horns, which it is, really. But when in the OAE, when we're trying to choose the instruments, the exact instruments we're going to play this on, it's not quite as easy as all that. There are various reasons for that. Firstly, the horn was in a massive state of change, which is sort of coming together towards the end of the 19th century. But the other thing was that composers were very mobile, and Mahler wrote the Second Symphony in Austria. At the time he was working in Hamburg, and it was premiered in Berlin. Those might sound like fairly close together places, but in horn mechanics kind of geography, they're very far apart. For example, we'd normally try and play Mahler symphonies, or we'd not think of playing Mahler symphonies on this instrument, which is the Wiener Pumpenhorn. It's the same kind of instrument that they play in Vienna, in the Vienna Philharmonic and the Staatsoper these days. And it's very much associated with Mahler because he worked there for such a long time, but he hadn't done at this stage. What it has is an F crook on this side, and these wonderful sort of non-ergonomic double pistons, which are quite unwieldy and make it seem a bit less agile than some other instruments like the rotary valve that was everywhere at the time. But this double piston and the rotary valve, which is another one of the alternatives, they're only two solutions to how to put valves on the horn, and they all solve the same kind of problem, really, in the same kind of way. The other instrument I have is one which dates from about the same time, end of the 19th century, and that's from what's now Czech Republic, not too far from where Mahler was born. And it's you can see the valves, although they're very prettily arranged, they're basically rotary valves, and instead of pushing the piston out, they turn. They do exactly the same job as the double piston in a slightly different way. But these are the little choices we have to face. I'll give you a little demonstration of each horn, so you can judge whether they sound very different. And the same thing on the Vienna Horn.
So which one are you going to use?
So I think we're going to use this one, the Vienna Horn. As I say, there's no single way of thinking about it and how to do it. The fact that Mahler spent so much time in Austria, he composed it in Upper Austria at his retreat there. I think we're going to go for the Vienna Horns because we don't get to play them that often and they're so much fun.